weather is good. Here's our rocket. It's gonna launch humans to the moon. We wait till the moon's above it, and it's time to launch the rocket. Turn on the thrusters. Launch. Why the water? Hello guys, welcome to today's video. And today, we're going to build an Artemis rocket. I'm so excited to fly to the moon in Minecraft. This is going to be so fun. We're in this lab here, with a bunch of people up there. What are they doing up there in the balcony? Well, I spawned right in front of this instructor. I'm going to talk to the instructor. Welcome to the launch control. This is where we make sure our rockets will take off safely. We're working on a really exciting project called the Artemis program, and we want you to be part of it. And we will have a special mission for you and to practice your skills. The first mission you'll be working on is launching a satellite into space. This satellite will help us communicate with our spacecraft when we fly to the moon. I'm so excited to go to the moon in Minecraft. So we need to go down the hallway through the first door. Ooh, here's some nice paintings. It's cool. So we need to find the hallway. And then through the first door. Okay, so here's the hallway. And now we need to go through the first door. Okay, we're gonna go through the first door in here. So I think this is the classroom. I'm so excited. Oh, there's even chairs here. Wow. Okay. First, let's have an introduction to Artemis. Welcome to the Artemis rocket build world, and I'm here to tell you all about the Artemis mission. We will explore more of the moon than ever before with the help of other companies and countries. We'll also inspire people to learn about space. We are the Artemis generation. You have completed my lesson. Go through the door and learn about how a rocket works. I'm excited to build a rocket. I'm very excited. Oh, here's some chairs. Some Minecraft chairs. I like this classroom. There's some cool patterns on the wall. Okay, I'll go back to work. Lesson 2. How does a rocket work? Before we start building our own rocket, let's talk about the basics. Engineers use special laws called Newton's laws to understand how forces work and make sure that rockets fly properly. These laws were written down by a scientist named Sir Isaac Newton a long time ago, but they're still very important for rocket engineers today. Objects like to stay still or keep moving, unless something else makes them change. For example, if our rocket is staying still, and we don't push it, it will stay still. But if we give it a push, it'll keep moving until something else makes it stop. This is called Newton's first law of motion. It is important for us to understand when we're building and flying rockets. Now let's learn about the second law. Did you know that how quickly an object speeds up or slows down or changes direction depends on how much mass it has and how hard it is pushed? This is called Newton's second law of motion. If we want to make a rocket go faster, we will either make it lighter or push it harder. Now let's learn about the third law of motion. Have you ever heard of the saying, every action has an equal and opposite reaction? Well, this is the scientific idea called Newton's third law of motion. It means that whenever something is pushes or pulls something else, the second thing pushes or pulls just as hard. This is how we can make things move, like rockets. A rocket engine produces thrust through action and reaction. The engine produces hot exhaust gases, which flow out of the back of the engine. Reaction. A force is produced in the opposite direction from the fuel pushing back on the rocket. When we are building and flying rockets, it's important to think about these different forces that will be acting on it. These forces can push or pull the rocket in different directions. Some forces are stronger than others. For example, the force of gravity is always pulling the rocket down towards the ground, and the rocket's engines create a force that's called thrust that can push the rocket up into the sky. To make sure our rocket flies the way we want it to, we need to think about all these forces that will affect it. Let's learn about weight. Weight is the force that Earth's gravity creates on an object. Gravity causes mass to have weight, and this is what makes things fall to the ground. The Earth is big and heavy, so it has lots of gravity. That's why everything weighs something here on Earth. But did you know that weight can be different on different planets? That's because each planet has a different amount of mass, which is how heavy it is. Now let's learn about thrust. Thrust is the force that makes a rocket move. It's created by the rocket's engines and pushes the rocket in a certain direction. Have you ever blown up a balloon and let it go? The air rushing out of the balloon creates the force that pushes the balloon in the opposite direction. It's kind of like that with a rocket. Whenever the rocket's engines burn fuel, it creates a force that is called thrust. We want to build a rocket that can fly all the way to the moon. The moon is really far away, so we need to make sure our rocket goes fast enough to get there. We also need to make sure we have enough fuel to burn to power the rocket. That's because the rocket needs to go fast enough to escape the Earth's gravity. Gravity is the force that makes everything fall to the ground. To break free of Earth's gravity, we need to go fast. Can you guess how fast we need to go? I think we need to go faster than Earth's escape velocity. That's how you get something to go fast enough so that gravity won't pull on it anymore. After we learn more about how fast we need to go and how much fuel we need, we can start building our rocket to fly to the moon. Let's learn about velocity. This means the speed of something in a certain direction. This is short for refer to chance in velocity. We will be starting from 0 and accelerate to 6 miles a second. Going that fast, you could get from New York to San Francisco in just 8 minutes. We will be burning our rocket fuel to achieve our Delta V goal. Let's go to the next door. It opened. Lesson 3, Propulsion and Fuels. There's these brewing stands on the table. Nice. Let's learn about propulsion and fuels while standing on this brewing stand. I guess I need to come closer. We know about forces on our rocket, velocity, and delta V. We have a lot of stuff to bring with us, so our rocket is going to be pretty heavy. Remember, not only do we need to bring our spaceship, astronauts, and enough fuel to launch our rocket, we also have to bring enough fuel to get back. A rocket with more mass will speed up more slowly, so we're going to need a lot of fuel. Humans have been experimenting with rockets for thousands of years. Early propulsion engines were developed in Greece around 400 BCE. The first true rockets were created in China about 800 years ago. Over the years, rockets have taken on many shapes. The fuel burned in these rockets can be liquid or solid. Let's learn about liquid fuel. On Earth, many cars on the road are powered by engines that convert liquid fuel into energy to produce motion. You may be familiar with some forms of liquid fuel, such as gasoline, kerosene, diesel, alcohol. Our rocket will be particularly powered by liquid hydrogen. Now let's learn about solid fuel. I didn't know that fuel could be solid. I didn't know that it could be in a powder form. With solid fuel, you don't have to fill up the tank right before launch. A solid rocket can sit for years before firing. The rocket fuel used in the Artemis rocket is called PVAN. Let's take a closer look at the parts of the Artemis space launch system, SLS rocket. Starting with the sides, we have the solid rocket boosters. The SLS has 2 solid rocket boosters that burn approximately tons of solid fuel each second to help lift the enormous rocket off the launch pad and send it soaring to space. Their job is finished in just about 2 minutes. Inside the large central section, called the core stage, there are 2 liquid propellant tanks holding liquid hydrogen fuel and liquid oxygen. At the base are 4 large RS-25 rocket engines. These engines, together with the boosters, accelerate the rocket more than 17,000 miles per hour during the first 8 minutes of flight. The top of the rocket is where the Orion spacecraft is located. The long nose of the rocket contains the launch abort system that can activate on a moment's notice to pull the Orion crew safely into an emergency during launch. The rocket is huge. You'll see it for yourself in just a few minutes. But not all of it will make it to the moon. Once this core stage propellant is spent, the empty tanks are dropped unnecessary weight, so they dropped off to make the rocket lighter. This is called staging. Once launched, the solid boosters do their job and fall in about 2 minutes, then fall away, splashing the Atlantic Ocean. The core stage of the rocket, using liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen fuel, separates in about 6 minutes later, splashing into the Pacific Ocean. Hello, sir. Let's go through the next door. Who's there? Who's out there? Listen for Artemis. What's next? Why is there a giant green board behind her with a ladder? Let's go up this ladder. Find it. Wait! Ow. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. There's a ladder up here. Lesson 4, Artemis. What's next? Artemis is planned to include several missions. Artemis 1 was successfully completed in December 2022. With the return of the uncrewed Orion spacecraft, this launch provided technology and paves the way about crewed missions. Learn more about Artemis 2 and 3 below. Let's review some terms before you head into the vehicle assembly building. Orion spacecraft. The NASA spacecraft that will carry astronauts back from Earth to the lunar orbit back. The Space Launch System rocket. The only rocket that can send Orion astronauts and cargo to the moon on a single mission. The SLS is the most powerful rocket that's ever been flown to space. The Gateway. The space station that will be orbiting the moon. The Human Landing System. Starship Human Landing System provides by SpaceX. The human landing systems are the final mode of transportation that will take astronauts from lunar orbit to the surface and back into orbit. Artemis Base Camp. Artemis Base Camp is a concept that includes all of the elements astronauts will need to explore and conduct science on the moon. I'm so excited to start building the rocket. Whoa, an elevator. Whoa. I'm gonna go 4, 5. Whoa! I guess this is where I build the rocket. Nice. Who's this to 2 people? I'm just gonna leave them alone while talking to each other. And here's the instructor. Now you can select the rocket parts you want. Each rocket. Now we can build our own rocket. Let's make a satellite rocket. It said the budget used is 97/50. So let's try to make it cheaper. Let's use these parts and let's do this top. Seems like we're still over budget. Let's use a smaller fuel tank Like, let's do this one. And the top is going to be this nose cone here. And, oh no, not one on this side. Let's do this one. This one right here looks good. Let's test it. See if it flies to space. Ooh, it's doing an orbit. It's orbiting. It worked. Whoa. We're building the top. Let's build it inside here. Let's get out some space. Let's get some smooth sandstone so I can rebuild it. And let's put the Orion spacecraft inside. Let's put the fence here. Let's put a solar panel here. Another one here. Let's put the fence in the middle. Nice. Here's gonna be our Orion spacecraft. Let's rebuild it. Let's do Orion spacecraft inside. Now it's time to build the rest of the rocket. Let's talk to the instructor. Let's move on. Whoa! The rocket's building! Wow! It's huge! Whoa! Here's the top part. Now I can spray paint it. I'm gonna spray paint it with green. Let's use green to spray paint it. Let's spray paint it. Time to spray paint the rocket. Okay, good. Let's talk to the instructor. And it's done. It's time to launch the rocket. It's loading. Whoa. This is cool. Wow. This is the world map. We're gonna launch the rocket to the moon. We're gonna launch the satellite. Orbit of Earth. First rocket test. First test rocket. Artemis space program. The weather is good. There's my rocket. Stay. We need to wait until the moon is above it. And there we go. Okay. Now it's time to launch the rocket. Fire up the engine. And 3, 2, 1. We're back here again. Thanks. Nice work getting that satellite into orbit. Let's go to the rocket. And let's build a new rocket. Let's change the engine so that's bigger. And let's also change the fuel tank so that's bigger. Now we need a bigger top. Like this one. This one looks cool. Let's launch it. Nice. This might actually work. First, Okay, it's too heavy. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. The mass of the rocket is just too heavy. We need it to weigh lighter. So let's get a smaller top, like this creeper head. This creeper head looks good. Let's get the fuel to be a bit smaller or bigger. I don't know. Let's try this one. Let's just change this to that and test it. Let's see if this works. Loading. Still too heavy. It's either it doesn't have enough fuel. Let's change the fuel. This is good. Let's test it. See this? This might work. No, it's not working. This is hard. Testing rockets and they keep not working. It doesn't have enough fuel still. Let's make its fuel a bit bigger. Like this much. Budget's still good, and let's get this to be a bit higher, like right here. Let's test it. Let's see if this creeper rocket. It's working. It just flew off into deep space. Okay, it's too high. Let's change it lower. Change this lower. Let's change this to be a bit smaller. Engine. Oh, that's too small. Let's make it like there. That's good. I have enough fuel and it's a bit too heavy. That's okay. I don't know if this will work. Let's see if this will work. Can't even lift off. I think that's because it's heavier than it has thrust. So let's try change the okay, that's too heavy. Change this to be like here. That's good. Oh, but the mass is still heavier. Ooh, that's enough fuel. And the cargo is good. We're gonna send cargo to the moon now. And yeah, this looks good. Let's launch it. Oh, we're over budget now. Maybe let's try a lower fuel tank. See if this will work. This might actually work. Oh man. It flew off into space. Launching a rocket to the moon is hard. It's rocket science. Literally. Okay, let's just change this to... Oh. Okay, let's change these... We need a very... not heavy one. Like, a very small top. This one looks cool. But it's pretty expensive. This one looks cool. Now, oh, I didn't know I could go through this. Let's change the fuel to be higher. Oh, now we need a higher exhaust. That looks good. This mass is a bit too heavy. Three-stage rocket. This looks good. Oh, it's upper payload class 2. We need it to be like 2. It's a sun, so I want it to be the creeper. Let's do the creeper. The creeper's good. Let's launch this creeper to the moon. This creeper to the moon. And it went too high. It's harder than I thought. Why am I looking up? Let's try something that weighs a bit lower, maybe? I like the Creeper. So let's do this part and maybe this. This might overshoot. Oh, it's working! It's working! It's working! It actually launched the moon! Yes! Hey, we're building the Creeper. This is a nice Creeper. Thank you so much for the Creeper instructor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this Creeper instructor. It's amazing! I'm just gonna do a bit of, the eyes look like it's sad. It's a little bit sad. So, let's just change the eyes to be normal. Let's get black concrete for my inventory. Okay, let's make these eyes a bit normal. Let's do some details for the eyes. This Creeper is looking good. It's a nice Creeper. This is a great Creeper. And now let's do the top and do some aerodynamics. Let's make it have like a little roof on top. Let's get some greenish stairs. This looks good. This is greenish. Now let's do some these around the Creeper head. This is gonna take a while. Oh, this is taking a while, but I'm almost finished. But before I close this up, I'm gonna add some cargo in here. So let's add some building materials like iron. Let's put it in the chest. So let's put the chest here. Let's put 2 of them actually. 3 of them. So in this chest right here, we're gonna put a bunch of iron. Just put a bunch of iron, fill it with iron, stuff it. Okay. In this chest, I'm gonna put some chemistry equipment so that I can study stuff on the moon. Just like this. Set it all in. Set some lab tables. Set some material reducers. Some compound creators. Fill in the rest of the slots. And we're going to replace this material reducer with some moving stands. Good. And this one. Gonna fill up the stairs. Okay, we got a bunch of materials, and here we got cargo. Fill this with cargo. Now it's time to finish up the roof. Okay, I'm almost done. Let's just do a block of iron right here. And let's put it here. Nice. Good. Okay, the Creeper has aerodynamics now. I'm finished. It's done. Now it's time to build the rest of the rocket. Wow, it's amazing. It looks so good if I look around and this happens. Look at the Creeper rocket. It's amazing in all its glory. Now it's time to paint it green. Spray paint it green. Oh wait, that's not green. Spray paint it green. Spray paint the entire thing green. I like this pattern here, it's cool. Spray paint it green with patterns of green, white, and orange. Because I don't really know how to spray the entire thing. Spray it green, spray it green, spray it green. Can't really see what I'm doing right now. Looking around so crazy. Because everything's gonna be green. In 3, 2, 1. Not everything is gonna have like a greenish pattern here. It's not all gonna be green. It's too hot to make everything green. Make everything green. Make everything green. Make everything green. Make it all green. Make it all green. Make it all green. Make it green. Make it green. Spray paint the rocket green. This is so cool. Paint the rocket. We're gonna paint the rocket. We're gonna build a rocket. We're gonna paint 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 a rocket. I hope this song is not copyrighted. What's this? Let's spray paint it. And it's finished. Nice. Looks cool. And it's time to launch it. Looks stunning. Ready to go? Yes, I'm ready to go. Cargo, we're gonna launch to. We're about to launch a creeper to the moon. It's the world map. Green and white. So crazy. Ready to go. That's it. We're gonna launch the Artemis creeper. Artemis creeper. Lunar creeper. Artemis lunar creeper is about to be launched to the moon. Start the engine and start the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Let's We did it! We launched creeper cargo to the moon. Good job, we covered everything. We learned all about our rocket program and we launched a satellite so that we can tap to our spacecraft and send the spacecraft to the moon to check out the moon. Now we're finally ready to send humans! Yes! Sending people to space is different than just launching cargo. We need things like a life support system to make sure our astronauts have things like water, air, food, and a way to take care of waste. These things are heavy, so we need to make sure our rocket has more power. We need to also launch the rocket in a specific angle so in case of an emergency, the rockets can safely abort. When you're ready, let's head over to the vehicle assembly building and start working on the rocket that gets the humans back to the surface of the moon. Start building! Let's design the rocket with the crew inside. one? What's a good top for this? I think this is a good top for this right here. Now we need a lot of fuel. It's like the highest fuel thing we can possibly get. Look for the highest fuel tank. I think this is the highest fuel tank. Look at it. Let's get some higher exhaust. Okay. This might be good. Let's test it. Oh, too expensive. Over budget. Okay, let's do this one. And let's just see if this works. Test the rocket. Let's launch. And it didn't even lift off. Oh no. It didn't work. So let's just let's make it have a bit more fuel. Let's make it fly a bit higher. No, this is good. This is good. This is a good rocket. Let's test it. Let's test this rocket and see if it works. It's working! It's working! Yes! Now it's time to launch this thing to the moon. Building the top part. Wow. Wow, that's cool. It's so high that we can't even record the entire thing building. Because it's so big! Look at this thing! It looks like it's like a rocket itself. Wow. It's got this top here. Wow. So, we need humans to be staying in this. First, let's add some windows so that they can look out. Set some windows all around here. So, let's add some windows. Let's replace this with some glass. Let's add some glass panes in here. Let's make more windows. Good. Now I need to make everything inside. So, let's jump in. So, we need to make more room in here. Oh, no, not this. Good. Let's keep mining. Just keep mining. Just keep mining. Okay, we're gonna have enough room to have humans in here. Nice, we got another window out. Need to make room for the humans to stay in. Be another window here soon. Nice. Let's keep mining. Let's keep mining. Okay, good. Now it's time to add some human life support systems. First, let's punch out the ceiling, the middle part here, so that they're nice and cozy in here. This is going to be our rocket. Let's punch out the ceiling. Okay, now that we have enough room in here for humans to live in, we need to add some stuff. So, let's add some space-themed carpet to remind them that they're in space. So, let's add it all down. Nice. Done. Perfect. A circle carpet. After this carpet, we're going to need to make some life support systems. Now let's make a shelf here where they can store their stuff. Let's make it white, actually. So let's make a white shelf here. And let's make some stars. Let's make this thing right here. Nice. Okay, this is a good looking carpet. Now let's add some food. Which food should we put in here? We need to store the food in a barrel. And then we're gonna need the food. Like bread, we need cookies, we need cake, we need cake, we need pie, all sorts of food. This is enough stuff. So, let's place it all down. Let's place the barrel here. Let's fill it with food. Let's place the bread. Let's place the cookies. Let's put all the baked stuff down here. And let's put the cooked stuff up there. Oh no. This is bad. Okay, let's add the salmon and the dried kelp. And now we need the tools. Here we're gonna add the pickaxes. Which is usually a crew of 4 people. So I'm gonna add the pickaxes here and the shovels here. Everybody gets a shovel and a pickaxe. I don't know why the tools are in with food. Now let's make the space theme bunk bed. So first, let's do the top first, then let's do the bottom. So on the very top is like the moon. So let's go up here. Let's use the white bed for the moon thing. Now let's add a gray bed for the space theme. Now let's add some blue bed for the sky, basically. And now let's add an orange bed on the bottom. Just because, let's make a ladder for them to sleep in this cozy bunk bed. Okay, so here's the bunk bed as it's finished. Now it's time to make them some spacesuits. So let's get some armor stands and some armor. 3 armor stands here. Now let's place some armor. So here's some armor stands with some spacesuits. And now let's put one of them back here. Okay, we made the interior finished. Now, here's gonna be like the control station where they control the rocket and stuff. Let's use some warp stairs for that. Okay, let's add it in. Now let's replace the windows. And we're finished with our cool looking top rocket part. With the crew staying inside. Nice. It's finished. Wow, here's the rocket that will launch humans to the moon. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. It's nice on how it is. Wow. So cool. Stuff's as it is. Looks good so far. Okay, it's done. Okay, the astronauts are getting ready in the rocket. Ooh, a map. On the balcony. balcony. Here's the Artemis rocket. Weather good. So, need to wait until the moon is right above the rocket. There's humans in this rocket now. Now the humans are getting in. And fire the engine. Start the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Wow. And here's the credits. I hope you liked today's video. If you want to see more, click subscribe. And if you like this video, click like. See you next time. Bye!